Hello everyone, and today we're gonna play a very interesting minigame map which was the winner of the 2014 edition of the minigame contest held at Haven Games. So let's see it. It is the departure of Boromir. I'm gonna read it. Brushing the debris off his garb, Frodo removed the ring. Feeling safe for the moment, his back ached from his stumble off the summit of Amon Hen, and he was truly frightened by his glimpse of the eye. A figure stepped out of the shadows. Frodo, Aragorn asked. It has taken Boromir. What is the ring? Aragorn demanded. Stay away. Advancing, Aragorn exclaimed. Frodo, I swore an oath to protect you. Can you protect me from yourself? Aragorn gazed at him in understanding, yet saying nothing. Or would you destroy it? Frodo continued, the ring in his outstretched hand. Aragorn continued his silence, gazing at the ring, which began whispering dark words to him. But Aragorn is not as other men. The first part of the scenario is a short cutscene. Sit back and enjoy, see the history section for more info, and the hints section for gameplay tips. Alright, so that's good. Now about the history. There is information here about the settings. And it was a scenario designed by Hockey18 on 2014. Settings. Game speed should be on fast, okay. Music volume off. Sound volume high, alright. Resolution, the scenario was made with 1600 by 900 in mind, but any resolution should work fine, okay. Difficult, the scenario is difficult dynamic. Standard should be winnable for everybody. Moderate is the most balanced level. And hard is an expert mode for those who really want to test their mettle and encounter fierce challenges. Right? Seems good. I picked the hard difficult, so let's see how it will be. Credits. Story, dialogue, and sound effects to J.R.R. Tolkien and Peter Jackson for some excellent work and easily my favorite series. Howard Shore for an incredible soundtrack, specifically the track entitled Amon Hen, which serves as the background music to this scenario. Scripter64 for the ingenious coding that allowed the use of new triggers effects in user patch version 1.4, and a shout out in general to him and the rest of the UP team for a wonderful piece of work. Julius999 for his designer's editor's utility, Zanzart Lothar for his immobile units AI, Lord Base for his mobile aggressive switch AI, Vigit for AOK, Age of Kings Trigger Studio, TOAO Dave for a sound effect, BIHS Sting for the glowing sword trick, and a special thanks to the Age of Kings Haven Games staff, especially Lord Base, for hosting this competition, as I must have begun sounding like a broken record while asking for a minigame contest for the 2014. Alright. Seems very good. The general hints are about saving often, especially when prompted to do so. Know the strengths and weaknesses of each unit, see the scout section for further detail, and exploit them along with sensible use of good tactics. CV bonuses will come into play. Orc, Celt, Infantry move faster, while the Fellowships Japanese Infantry attack faster. Bonuses are retained through the change of ownership. And there we go, and here we got actually a walkthrough about what's gonna happen, but I really want to see it as a surprise, so let's start out. Alright, so first I think we should also rate the scouts, because they said that there would be important information here. Let me see. Unit guide. Allied units. Aragorn, the strongest fighter in the Fellowship. His speed, armor, and skill with a sword are unparalleled. Aragorn is a versatile unit who can take on several enemies at once and whose leadership the Fellowship relies on. Legolas, a deadly archer who can kill most enemies in one shot. Legolas is especially potent when shooting from elevation. He is quite vulnerable to melee attacks, however, and should be guarded carefully by his comrades. Alright. Let's proceed to Gimli, the dwarf. Wielding an axe and heavily armored, Gimli's attack is slower and less powerful than that of his comrades, but he's quite tough to kill. Boromir, the Pride of Gondor. Boromir's skill with a sword rivals that of Aragorn. Where he truly excels, however, is in his ability to defend himself and others with deft skill of sword and the use of a large shield. Merry and Pippin. Merry and Pippin are quite vulnerable to orcs due to their inexperience in combat, but luckily the orcs are trying to capture, not kill them. However, hobbits excel at throwing rocks and can kill orcs in a single shot. Whoa. Enemy units. Uruk-hai, or Wold Raiders. The most powerful and best all-around enemy orc class. Uruk-hai will form the brunt of the enemy force and are quite difficult to kill compared to other orcs. Their speed also makes them formidable enemy, and as they can chase down any opponent. Mordor Uruks, the Jaguar Warriors. Sauron's elite orcs have been sent to harry the Fellowship, and these units are quite adept in melee combat. However, they are extremely vulnerable to arrows and elven blades. Orc and Uruk Axemen, the Throwing Axemen. These units have a powerful ranged attack and can deal much damage if left untouched, but they are quite weak and do not take much effort to kill. Common Orcs and Goblins, Men-at-Arms and Halberdiers. The weakest enemies units and the common soldiery of the Orc armies. These units are only powerful in mass and otherwise are simply a nuisance. Lurtz the Archer, Advanced Heavy Crossbowman. Lurtz is quite a skilled archer and one of the most dangerous enemy units. When attacked head-on, he will drop his bow and resort to the weaponry of other Uruk-hai. Lurtz the Swordsman, Wold Raider Hero. Lurtz is the leader of the Orc forces and their most powerful units. His skill with a sword, strength, and adept use of a shield will make him a worthy adversary of any member of the Fellowship. Very good, now I'm gonna start the game.
I know. Look after the others. Especially Sam. He will not understand.
Yes. Fatal. Yes. Fatal. Fight. Yes. Aragorn!
Let them come. There is one dwarf yet in Moria who still draws breath.
Equivalent. Fatal! Fight! Yes! Fatal! Fight! Fatal! 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 Yes! Fight! Fatal! Fatal! Yes! Yes! Fatal! Yes! Fatal! Fight! Yes! Fatal! Equivalent. Fatal!
Aftermath. Aragorn rushed towards Boromir, seeking to comfort him in his final moments and hear his last words. Forgive me, I did not see. I have failed you all. No, Boromir, you fought bravely and have kept your honor, Aragorn assured, now preparing to pluck the arrows from Boromir's chest. Leave then, it is over. The world of men will fall. All will come to darkness, and my city to ruin, Aragorn. I know not what strength is in my blood, but I swear to you I will not let the White City fall, nor your people fail. Our people, Boromir exclaimed with happiness. Aragorn placed Boromir's sword in his hand. Boromir continued, I would have followed you, my brother, my captain, my king. Boromir gasped, and then fell dead. Be at peace, son of Gondor, answered Aragorn, closing Boromir's eye with a wave of his hand. I hope you all enjoyed my entry. Actually, it's Hockey-san who typed this. So yeah, kudos to him for doing such a great scenario for us. Very good. Everything about Age of Empires and Lord of the Rings at the same time. And here is a small message about bugs and other stuff that you can find here. And they ask who was the winner of the minigame contest of this year of 2014. So yeah, very nice. So let's go to achievements. As you can see, regarding the killed units, we had 250 kills. Cool. And the Fellowship, which was Merry and Pippin, they got 112 kills. And only one loss from our side, or I would say the Fellowship, which was Boromir, unfortunately. And just one kill for the Orcs, and 302 and 29 deaths. So yeah, that was a really good kill and death ratio for us. And yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you all enjoyed this amazing cutscene made by Hockey-san 18.